Hey everybody, it is currently November 18th, 2024 for me. I will be uploading this, I believe, on the 21st. Tomorrow I believe, Angular 19 is supposed to drop. Usually there's a couple of, I've seen a couple times where the first one that drops, there's some like obvious thing that they fix pretty quickly out of the gate, just some silly thing. So probably this Saturday I will work on and upload a new. I built uh, a web 3JS application in Angular in less than 10 minutes thing. I'm hoping that because the last one only took like 6 minutes, that maybe I can add two things. And maybe the other thing can have a different kind of animation. Instead of just spinning, the one they give you is just spinning. Maybe something that kind of just marches along underneath it or something. I don't know. But anyways, that will be cool. And then I'll probably upgrade this application next. If that goes nice and clean, I'll try this one. Normally I do my web speech analyzer one first because it's got a simpler code base. But I had read that Angular 19 is supposed to have some routing tweaks, and I do use routing in my other one, so I'll probably not. I'll probably do that one last. I do not, based on what's changing, I can't imagine anything uh, running into any issues with this. Anyway, so what I'm working on right now in this application is I currently have gotten the fog density to be validated, or to be, first of all, you can change it, and then it won't let you type in, like I'm trying to type in the letter A and it won't let me. If I hold it down and it gets wrong, it just stays wrong. But and then this little information thing there, and I guess I should show this text underneath there. So that is the plan. But I want to do that now for linear and near. So I'll make it to where you can enter a near, and it's required to be a floating point number. So far, I've updated this validation token for path map. So everything is identical. It's the same depth. It uses the exact same validation. So I just copy and pasted um, that. So then in the scene manager yesterday, I sort of marked out where things are going to happen, and I think it makes sense now. Probably even made sense then, but it totally makes sense now to move this into its own function. And since there's going to be more than one form field, I'll just name it like setup field, setup fields, form fields. That would be a good name. And that'll make that code a little cleaner, and maybe I can get lucky and find um, some duplication, some ways to get rid of some reuse code. But set up form fields, and I won't put in any arguments, and it won't return anything. So colon void, and put that on a new line. Sometimes I like it in a new line like I did here, and sometimes I like it on the same line. I don't know. That is one thing. I mean, I do like consistency, but that is one thing I have not been consistent about. But let's just go ahead and just copy all this code down. My favorite thing about copying stuff like that down is that you can um, sort of get highly focused, like no matter what, I cannot not think about effect if it's in the same function. I'm like, oh, okay, is this going to affect this code? And it doesn't. So I think it's just mentally a little bit easier to deal with these things when they're in their own form. And so this should be set up, not set. Set up, and then we're just going to call it this dot setup form fields, And now basically all we did was lift and shift that code over, and now it's working nicely. Now we'll check to see if it's still working. Explanation. Yep, that looks good. Now we want to do, so I'm going to change this to fog density. And then I'm going to change this one to fog near. Yeah, that is a funny thing. I mean, technically this should either be fog density and then fog near, or this should be density and that should be, but that's one of the weird funny things about our language, is that things get weird like that. Okay, so this one's definitely going to be, it's not going to be called fog density, fog near. It's probably just going to be called near. So near validators. For now, there's only going to be one. I do definitely want to circle back once this is all working and I've got the far working, and add another validator that requires that near be less than far, which is going to be a bit of a refactor, because right now I think everything assumes that that there's no it knows everything by itself within its own values within the control to be able to do it. So and that won't be true because it needs to know what's coming from something else. So that will be fun and interesting to me anyways. And this is fog. And I believe it's just near. It's not fog near, but we'll go take a quick gander at it. It's kind of weird. Gander is a weird word, because gander is a kind of like a male goose, or goose. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. No, it's a female goose. Yeah, so that's fog density, but this is fog and near. So I don't know why I would go take a gander, but I hear people say that all the time. Okay, and then I think I just really made a mistake there though. Oh, okay, I did it at the wrong place. This should be near validators, near tokens. Let's just make sure I didn't leave that. Here, let's expand this. Yeah, that's good. Near. It's like you want to write code that you can kind of be like a zombie and do it, but you don't ever want to be a zombie. It's very strange. But you want to like kind of zombie out once in a while and see if it works. It's a very strange thing. So these are all local functions. And then this is going to be my near validators gets updated. And then near form control. And then that default was to 0.1, but we want this one. And its validators are the fog near validators. No, just the near validators. See, my zombie brain was on. And then we want to add our near. And it's a near control. And then we want to mark them as dirty, and it's a bit of a hack, unfortunately, that we have to do, because the validation won't work until you actually submit the form, unless you mark these things as dirty, which is, I think, a bit of a problem. Okay, so really all we can hope for now is that it compiles, because we haven't actually added it to the form yet. Where are we on time? We are at 10:11. All right, so tomorrow what'll happen is right here, because I mean it seems like I could just do this and it would be done in 2 seconds, but the problem is nah, I don't know. You've seen it. You guys have seen it all happen before. You all have seen it happen before. I start down one of these paths, and next thing you know, you know, yeah, I'm 45 minutes in. So basically, tomorrow, what I want to do is I'm going to copy and paste this whole row, and then I'm going to I'm going to get rid of this and add it above there. So saying a fog linear, and then the form group is good. I'm going to change the label. I'm going to, I guess, get rid of these two lines, this key down and key up. That will probably be like on Wednesday or something. So, and then, well, Wednesday for me, I guess that'll be Friday for you. And then this will be fine. This will be perfectly fine. And then I'll make this near has error. And if it has this error, and then this will be perfectly fine. So we're pretty close. Tomorrow, we're just going to add the actual form fields. The day after that, or if that, I'm sure that'll take up all the time. I'll have a save previous near and validate near. And then I think there's some work that has to happen. I mean, I have to create these functions, and then I believe there's like a global variable for, maybe not, because this is going to be near. The copied one will just be near, and that's just going to check to see if near has the error. So that'll be fine. So yeah, probably a couple days out, maybe in Thursday. Today is Monday for me, but I think it's Wednesday for you. And then, yeah, probably by this weekend, I'll have this one done. And actually, that'll work out pretty well, because then, even if it takes till Sunday, that'll work out pretty good, because then I can focus on the upgrade right after I finish near. So that is that. Happy coding, everybody. Bye.